Um, I think it's fair enough for me to say I've been pushed towards the corner for far too long now, and I'm getting tired of it because eventually there comes a point where the system tries to work against me, and I might conform and be submissive to it for only a limited amount of time. And currently, where I am is that exact point where now I'm just irritated and annoyed by the system, which is why previously I made a video about the algorithm, a servant to the algorithm. Go check it out. And the reason being, well, it's not that I started noticing that the algorithm is messed up and YouTube has a favoritism issue, but it's mostly just a factor of finally putting my foot down and saying enough is enough. And this is coming from a creator's perspective and voice. Me saying enough is enough, to hell with following the algorithm, to hell with getting views, to hell with everything. Right? This is me just saying, now I'm going to do things how I want to do them. You get me? Yeah, nobody's going to tell me how I'm going to do anything. They haven't started, they won't start doing it. If they start doing it, I won't be listening to any of it. Right? So, I think you guys have seen that with the video I'm talking about that I'm making a reference with a servant to the algorithm. If you watch the full video, at the end of the video, there is now an outro screen because, well, it has exposed that I use CapCut for editing my videos. And maybe let me not say exposed like it's been a secret all this time, right? Like I'm hiding something with the fact that I use CapCut for editing my videos. But now, I used CapCut before when I had an option to delete the end screen, right? And now, just before this point came, there was a point where I started seeing people online saying that CapCut now has ads. I did experience ads, just that I didn't talk about it. But I wasn't expecting CapCut to start pushing that end screen now. Like, there's no more an option for me to delete it or to exclude it from my videos. And at a point in time, I discovered this one app called Swing. It's also a great video editing software. I used it for a couple of times. I think it has a free trial when you first download the app, where it gives you like maybe 2 or 3 videos without the end screen, without the watermark. It doesn't have the watermark. Ne? And then after the 3 uploads, then it starts really putting the watermark at the end of the videos. So CapCut didn't have that feature. I uploaded thousands and thousands of videos, and there's never ever been a point where I didn't have an option to remove the CapCut watermark. Now it's serious. Now it's serious. It's really there at the end. And I think a lot of people, maybe including myself, we don't like our videos having a watermark of what software we used on our videos, right? Nobody likes that. We want our video to be clean and to be property, a creative, personally owned property. Ne? We want it to be fully ours. It's kind of like owning your masters in music. Right? So we want our projects to be fully owned by us. Now, when there is a credit that you didn't have an option to either decline or accept at the end of your videos or within your video, now it becomes something else, which is currently what is happening with CapCut, right? But here's my resolution, right? And this has always been my resolution from the time I started gaming and from the time I started having my first phone and from the first time I started downloading any applications. This has always been a thing for me, right? I don't ever pay for applications. I will never pay for YouTube Premium. I will never pay for Spotify Premium. But I do have Spotify Premium, right? I will never pay for any application, right? I have my ways in which I work that help me and assist me never ever to search my pockets and bring out any amount of money for applications. For the most part, one thing I could pay for is ads when I'm working on my personal project. Then I can pay for ads, right? but I will never pay. I know a lot of people. I saw this one lady on TikTok saying, I think she put it in the context of like, we are always willing to pay for stuff that we don't like as opposed to stuff we like. Like, you can pay for school, you can pay your fees and tuition fees for school, but when you're doing something you love, such as content creation, you're not willing to pay for it. And then one other advice that I got that I love so much, I appreciate that advice so much, is when you're poor and when you're at the bottom of the barrel, you don't play by the rules. I love that advice. I think it's one of the greatest advice I've ever received being a content creator. And it kind of makes sense to me that already we are getting screwed every day. Not even with the idea of content creation. With everything, we're getting screwed. You know? Yes, how we get ripped off by luxury brands, how we get ripped off with taxes, with everything. It's just a huge circus of rip-offs everywhere. So it doesn't make sense for me to play by the rules, being at the bottom of the pyramid or of the hierarchy or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to continue making all these videos that I make, and I'm going to keep editing with CapCut. I'm going to leave that watermark at the end of every single video that I make. Because no one and nothing is going to push me back to that corner and back to that box. It's not going to put me in that box where now I'm forced to play by the rules. Especially where I have an option to be a rebel. Then I won't play by the rules, right? So CapCut, this is a message to CapCut and whoever owns CapCut or is in charge of managing the application. This is me saying I will never pay for CapCut Premium, right? I will watch those ads and I will click the cross. I will remove that ad. I will make my videos and I will edit those videos and I will post it with or without the CapCut watermark. Yeah. Yes, so this is a direct message to anybody who works at CapCut, if it's a company. You are not going to put me in a corner. Yeah, this name is not going down because of one little watermark. You are not putting me down at this point. I know your system is rigged. I know the game that you're playing is a rigged game. It's an unfair game. And YouTube, this is another message to YouTube also. I'm taking everybody's heads. This is a message to YouTube also. I know you have a favoritism issue. I do not care to be your favorite. I am not going to do anything to be your favorite. Whether or not you recommend my videos to people, whether or not you don't recommend them, whether I fit the criteria of the algorithm or not, that is not my problem anymore. And I know YouTube is going to continue counting my views as per 28 days and keep decreasing the number of my views, because when you open YouTube Studio and you look at that interface where you get to see how many views you have in the last 28 days and how many subscribers and how many whatever, it decreases with time. Right? The number of total views decreases with time. If you're consistently posting, then it will keep on increasing. If you don't, it will decrease. So that is no more my concern anymore, because, well, I did figure out that apparently YouTube has its favorite people. I do not want to be your favorite person. I just want to be that one nigga who does what he likes and what he loves, which is making content, not following algorithms. Yeah, so the whole topic and the whole idea of algorithms, let it pass me. Right? Yeah, let that cup bypass me. Right? I'm not interested in partaking of that cup. Right? I'm not interested in drinking from that well or whatever. Right? So it can pass me. Yeah. So yeah, it's still my resolution even up to today. I will never pay for any app. Ever. Which is why even my games, I don't pay for any of them. If I play a game in which I have to earn maybe gold or make money from it, or you better believe me when I say I do earn a lot of money without doing any of the work. Because this is what the whole universe system has taught me. There is a way to get it without actually getting it. So that is what I'm doing. Now I'm just learning the game. Let me just say that. I learned the game, I'm learning the game, and I will forever work with learning the game. You heard me? Yeah. So right now I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna go to my quote unquote paid for Spotify, ne? And I'm gonna listen to some music. I still have Worked Up Murals by Kendrick Lamar on repeat. This is a message to YouTube. I hope you're listening. Yes, I'm still listening to Kendrick Lamar on my quote unquote paid for Spotify that I paid for cash. Yeah, so catch you on the flip side.